What's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's team call. I'm super excited. We have a guest speaker today. As I'm doing these announcements at the beginning, I'll try to remember to add the participants in. I always forget, and then they start stacking up, and they're trying to get in. But it's so awesome to see many of your faces. I see Juana, James, Hannah, Makisha, Megan, Beth, Brandy, Jerica, all on here live right now. Also, I did stream this live in the team page. I know some people hassle to hop onto a Zoom and they're sick of Zoom calls. So it's streaming live in the Facebook Team Dynasty Strong team page as well, if you want to direct your coaches afterwards to take a listen to this. So that being said, I'm going to go through some announcements real quick, and then I will announce and introduce our guest speaker for today. The announcements that I want to go through are all during the month. We have what's called No Excuse November, which means there's $20 off of all challenge packs and completion kits and pre-launch packs that are over $150. So that means the typical challenge pack that comes, or a new release program like 30-Day Breakaway, those workout programs, those challenge packs that are $160 that come with a year access to Beachbody On Demand, early access to the program in either Shakeology or the Beachbody Performance line. Those that are normally $160 are basically $140 this month. So it's $20 off all challenge packs over $150. So remember that. It's a great opportunity for you guys to follow up with customers that were ready at one point or saving up to get started, and then they kind of just fell off the wagon. It's a great opportunity for you to re-engage with them. This is when I always come back and be like, hey, I have my message literally hey, Dwan, I know we haven't talked for 3 weeks and you are looking forward to get started with 30-Day Breakaway, but I just found out from our company that we're offering $20 off of that challenge pack that we talked about. So it's no longer $160, it's $140. And I always I know a lot of people want to put pressure on them, you got to do it by this amount of time. But my style is you have all of November. It's a complete month long deal that is $20 off. So I want that to be on your mind. So if it's something you still want to do, you can figure out how to make that happen and get started with us. So that's the first thing that I want to make sure you guys are aware about is the No Excuse November. Number 2, the 9-week Control Freak customer and first-time seller promo video is going to come out. And also remember that there is meditations, like the I Am meditations by Elise Joan. Those are released weekly. They've already started, and they'll go through November 20th. And there's also that Unstress meditation app that is on Beachbody On Demand that you guys can use as well. Some other important dates are November 2nd. As you guys know, there was a peppermint launch. I think it sold out in 4 hours. Morning Meltdown 100 and Mace de Mas packages. Those challenge packs have been updated to include the Nutrition Plus program, the nutrition programs, which is 2B Mindset, and also the Portion Fix. And that's something awesome as well that I absolutely love is those programs. Those 2 complete nutrition programs are being added on to those challenge packs. So it really gives our coaches and our new customers really the opportunity to try both programs and see what works best for them. And I love listening on the National Wake Up Call, how she directs her customers to go watch the video from Alana and the video from Autumn, getting to know those programs and then make a choice which one is going to work best for them. Also remember this upcoming weekend, November 7th is the virtual super weekend. You should be getting an email, depending on which zone you live in, with the info on who the speakers are and how to log in. November 11th, they're going to update the Transform 20 and 80-Day Obsession packages to include those nutrition programs that we talked about, 2B Mindset and the Portion Fix. And then November 17th is the 9-week Control Freak training on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page. So make sure that you're following the Beachbody Champions page. One thing that I'm doing with my brand new coaches is after they watch the 5 training videos and the Getting Started training, I have them go to the Beachbody Champions page anyway to do their coach training by going through the videos in the units on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page. So that's on November 17th is that training so that you know what to expect with the 9-week Control Freak test group. November 21st through the 29th is the 30-Day Breakaway virtual 5K event for those of you guys that have been running that with your coaches and your customers. So those are all the announcements. Let's get to the good stuff now. Today we have Jerica Conley on as a guest speaker. She is a part of Tate Cox's downline of coaches. And so it's really awesome to see Tate's team begin to grow like it is and really see that leadership that he has duplicating inside of his team. One thing about what I love about Jerica, she's always been a fitness junkie. She taught Zumba for 11 years up until she had kids. And then she also coached elementary and high school dance teams. So she has the experience of being a coach, being that motivator, getting in front of people. So she's not afraid to do those things. Her sister is the one that actually signed her up as a coach. She's here on the call as well. And they named their team together, Brandy. I see her on here. They named their team together, Team Fitness Plus Freedom. And every single morning at 5 o'clock a.m., they take turns posting up in their page. So they work together as a team. And I think that's super awesome to see two sisters do that as they build their team together. They've been doing it for, Jerica's been doing this for like just under 2 months, I think now. And they have over 60 customers and a few coaches on their team, and they're growing fast. So with that being said, Jerica, I want to pass the time over to you and let you share your story and some of the tips on how you guys are creating what you've created. And I'm going to share something up first, right before I pass it to you guys. I love having her on here because she's a brand new coach who's seen great success. Because I know a lot of times people watch and they'll see Beth or they'll see Tate or they'll see myself and they'll be like, but they started in 2011 or they started in 2000 early 18. So that's why they're successful. Or if I would have started earlier, all these limiting beliefs and these things. So I brought Jerica on because she's only been a coach for 2 months and she's earned close to $2,000 in her business in 2 months. So if you guys saw on the Team Dynasty Strong Team page, I put a little contest we're doing where I'm going to do a drawing and showing people like just a contest with yourself to earn $1,000 before Christmas. So when I see that, there's like 8, almost 9 weeks till the end of the year. And Jerica's done double that in that amount of time. And when I see something like that, like Jerica earning $2,000 that amount of time, I know that any of our coaches could go ahead and really work on this goal and earn $1,000 for their family by Christmas and really do Christmas the way they want to do it without racking up credit card debt. So I think Tate just shared on there in the chat that she had Success Club 36 in her 2nd month. So she's crushing it. Jerica, I'm going to pass the time over to you.
Thank you so much. First, I just want to say thanks for giving me this opportunity. I am just beyond grateful for all of the learning and all of the support that Tate and Brandy have given me, and then now you, Scotty, because I honestly would have never dreamed that like I would even get a message from you because I have heard about you, but I was like, that is like so far beyond like what I could ever do. So the fact that I'm able to do this right now is just mind-blowing, and I'm like super grateful. But I do want to give you guys a little bit of a background. He told you guys a lot about me. I am a mom of 2. I'm 32 years old now, and I have a little girl, 3 years old. Her name's Reese, and then I have a little girl, Gracelyn, and she's 10 months old. And I have exclusively breastfed both of those. So if any of you guys are moms and you do that, you know how time consuming and demanding that is. But I'm also a 3rd grade teacher. This is my 9th year. I'm in my classroom because if I were at home, I would not be able to do this right now because of my babies. But I have always loved fitness. I have been so passionate about fitness since coaching dance, coaching the dance teams at my school, Zumba. I have taught Zumba for 11 years. And honestly, I tried to keep it up after I had my babies. But just after I had my youngest baby, I was like, you know what? I feel so guilty whenever I leave them. And I work all day as a teacher, and then I come home and then I have to leave them again to go somewhere and teach a class. So I just didn't pick that back up. So then, of course, I felt guilty again because I was not doing anything for myself. So I kind of picked up some other classes, like some people in our very small town taught a few fitness classes, and I would go to those occasionally. And I was like, I feel so guilty because my babies are at a babysitter or with their grandparents again, and I'm not with them. So I was just always feeling so guilty. And also, I didn't tell Scotty this, but years and years ago, like as soon as I graduated high school, I actually was a Beachbody coach. But this was like I did not have any social media, and there were like 2 flavors of Shakeology, and there were like no recipes out there. So it was like, you mix it with water, that's it. And then we were selling the program. So I didn't have much success with it. So I kind of just quit. I don't even know. Maybe I'm still on there with another email. I don't know. I don't even know what happened there. But it's really cool that like full circle moment now. But yeah, I did that. And guys, like my sister Brandy, who's on here, if it were not for her, like I would not be doing this, and I would not have had so much success that I have, because honestly, I was not about it. And I like to remind myself of me whenever I am trying to like coach or trying to recruit coaches, because I'm like, I was so stubborn. Like I was not going to do it. Not at all. And she saw how I love to share on social media. I've always been a social media guru, and I just love doing that. And she was like, you're going to be an awesome coach. And Tate's wife, Peyton, they were like, you need to be a coach. And I was like, no, don't have time for that. Not happening. So that's one of the first things I wanted to tell you guys. Don't give up on people. If they're like hateful and mean and they're like, no, I'm not doing that. That is not for me. Don't give up on them, because I was that person, especially to my sister. But I do want to share some things with you guys. I've made like a little Google slide, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm not excellent with Zoom, so bear with me if you like see my email, who knows what, but I am going to share a few things with you guys. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So the things that I have done, guys, you probably have already done these things. I don't know, maybe you have, but this is what has truly worked for me. And I have honestly developed such a extreme passion for the business side of Beachbody and being a fitness coach that like I'm so passionate about it that I mean, it like almost brings me to tears, and it's awesome. So I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I've been doing, and I'm going to flip through some other slides too as I go through this, but I'll refer back to this page. Share your journey. Like that's the biggest thing that has happened for me. Like the minute that I started the 21-day fix. That was the first thing that I did because my sister Brandy was doing it, and I was like, I can do that. It was a lot harder than what I thought, but that's where I started. And I saw she was like posting her videos on social media, and I was like, I want to do that. But I was still a little bit, I don't know, I wasn't there yet. But as I continued to do it, now I'm like obsessed with it. And if I don't get my workout on there, I'm like so discouraged. So share your journey, share your workout, share everything that you're doing. Share how you feel after you've done a workout. Even share how you feel after you've done a workout that was hard. This morning, whenever I did my workout, my 10-month-old, she just kept waking up and kept waking up. And I honestly, I almost quit. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to. And so I got online after I finished my workout and pushed through it. And I shared that. And I was like, you know what? I could have quit. That could have been an excuse for me. It probably would have been an excuse for me about 5 months ago, but I didn't stop. And I did what I had to do. I had to modify. I had to change some of the moves in the workout, but I got it in, and I feel so much better that I did. So always share, and share it often. Just because you share it one time doesn't mean that you have to like let it sit on your computer and never share it again. I'm going to show you something that I created even before I became a coach, and just because I love to make things on social media. And so I shared this, and then whenever I shared it, my sister like got so many messages of people wanting to know, like, what are you doing? How are you doing this? Like, why? What are you doing? Let me know. So I'm going to share that with you. And I made it on an app called Unfold, and I think I put that at the end. But this is it. I hope you guys can all see it. I don't know. Can you all see it? Okay, so it's like individual photos, and this is what I did. And remember, I was not even a coach. I had just I just finished the 21-day fix, and I just told my story. So I said, hey, friends, let me tell you a little story about my fitness journey. I'm 32 now, but back when I did this, a wife, teacher, and a mama to 2 little girls, ages 2 and 6 months. I've always been pretty petite, and I've always ate fairly healthy, and that's so true. I always have been. I've always loved fitness, working out, challenging myself to try new levels of fitness. I'm not very competitive with like other people. Like, I don't care if someone is stronger than me or if they can do better than me. But I'm very competitive with myself. So one time I decided I was going to try to do a vegan diet, and I actually did. I was vegan for 2 years, and for no other reason than I wanted to see if I could do it. So I'm very competitive with myself. So then over here on the next one, it said, therefore, meaning I've always been in pretty good shape. Staying fit was a huge goal of mine. I would do whatever it took in a healthy way to stay healthy and to look fit. I never deprive myself. I've always ate foods that I love, but I always give my body like what it craves, healthy foods. So then, let me move this over. And I just created these guys just because I was passionate after I finished my first program. So then my goals started to alter. I still really loved fitness, but I also really wanted to start a family. So I carried our first little babe for 38 weeks, and I went into labor. And then there she is when she was born, or when she was probably close to a year old. After having her, she was my pride and joy, and really nothing else mattered to me. And that was true. Nothing else did. I didn't care about anything else. I could care less about what I look like. I didn't work out much, but that wasn't a big deal because first baby, I quickly went back to the size that I was. Not a big deal. I could fit in my clothes. So I still managed to work out occasionally, ran a few 5Ks, went to yoga classes, and I taught Zumba once a week. So not as much as I used to. I was still nursing, so I did consume a lot of calories, but I was still pretty good weight for my height. I'm 5'0", so I was still at a pretty good weight. Then we decided we wanted baby number 2, so I gained much more weight during this pregnancy. I was much sicker, so I wasn't very active. In my first pregnancy, I taught Zumba twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, every week. And with baby number 2, not so much. I just wanted to lay in the bed. So I also had my 1-year-old to entertain. So I was tired a lot of the time. I knew it would be harder for me to lose the weight. Everybody let me know that I knew. But I didn't care because I knew it would be worth it. And then as you can see in this picture, as expected, the weight didn't come off like my first pregnancy. This photo was taken right before I started the 21-day fix. Like literally, we had those photos taken, and then the next day was like my first day of the 21-day fix. And nothing about myself in that picture looked like I ever looked. I knew that for my own health and my own height, I needed to make some changes. And honestly, after I had Graceland, which is the baby there, I was in such a, I don't want to say bad place, but I was in such a weird place. I don't think that I had postpartum depression, but I was just so uncomfortable with my body and with how I looked and how I felt that I was just, it was not good. And I couldn't fit into any of my clothes. So I had to buy all new clothes. And that was just very different for me. And I tell people, guys, like all of my relationships were not even where they should be. My husband, he kept telling me how he would love me no matter what I look like. He's going to love me no matter what size I was or how I felt. But I was like, how can you? I don't even find myself attractive. I don't think that I look good at all. So I just didn't trust him. I didn't believe him. And so that caused problems between us too. So I decided to take Brandy's advice. I was like, fine, I'm going to do the workouts with you. I'll sign up. And she was my coach, and I knew it would motivate me. So here are my results. And this is what got lots of messages. So there's where I started, week 1. And then there was week 1 results. I showed up every single day. I made it a promise, even though I wasn't a coach, I wasn't anything. I just saw Brandy do it, and I saw Tate and Peyton do it. And I was like, I'm going to do that. I can do that. So I showed up every day, and I was amazed that I had results in the first week. And guys, like in our challenge groups that we have going right now, and in our fitness and freedom group, I get messages weekly, sometimes daily, from people who are like, I've been doing this for 3 days, and oh my goodness, it is unbelievable how much better I feel. I even think that I look different. And I know what they're feeling because I felt that. And like, that's where my passion comes from, because I'm like, I am right there with you. I've been there. I know that feeling. So that was my week 1 results. That's my week 2 results right there. I had already felt food, just everything had increased. My energy, everything. And there's starting the 21-day fix, and then there's at the end of it. And so as you see right there, I gave credit to Brandy. I was like, my coach, Brandy. I would have never began this program had it not been for her. Her motivation and passion helped me press play even on the days I didn't want to. So she told me that she got so many messages from that right there, like tons of them, from just me posting that. And I still was like, no, I don't want to be a coach. You do it. You can handle it. I'm not going to do it. No, it wasn't until after I finished the 21-day fix, I went and did the bar blend, and I wasn't really consistent with it. I just I would do really well, and then we go camping a lot in the summer, and even though I had them downloaded on my phone and I would do them here and there, I just wasn't really consistent with it, and I knew something I had to change again. So those results that I had, like, I wasn't eating as good as I had been, so I couldn't really see those results anymore, and like I was really frustrated again. So Brandy talked me into joining as a coach. She's like, come on, just do it. You can cancel if you want to, but just try it. So I joined as a coach, and we started a challenge group, Lift 4, and we decided to use fitness and freedom. And let's see, I wanted to share with you guys right here. There's that app. It's called Unfold. I uploaded them straight into Instagram, and then they linked to my Facebook. So that's when the messages came in. But that isn't, if you don't use that already, that's an awesome app to use, Unfold. And then here's where fitness and freedom, that's Brandy made this little post for me, new coach alert, fitness and freedom. She posted it on her Facebook, and like that really motivated me. So that's one of the big things I've been doing. Like when we recruit coaches, I always get on Canva, right there's the app that we made that on Canva, and I always make like something really flashy for all of our new coaches so that they see that and that they're motivated by it, because it really motivated me. And Brandy made this little emblem here, fitness and freedom, and we use that on everything. So every little thing that we post, every shout out, we congratulate people for finishing their programs. We always put our little emblem on it. But when we decided to do this together, I had doubts at first, just because I was like, I don't really have time to do this. I honestly don't think that I'm going to be able to like post in the group every single day. But working with her, we come up with a schedule. So like on Monday, I'll post at 5 a.m. and we schedule all of our posts. So I'll schedule mine for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she'll schedule hers for Tuesday, Thursday. And then next week we'll switch and do the opposite. But we have our accountability group. We show up every single day. There is not a day that we don't show up. We even show up on the weekends. And one of the things that we have been doing, I'm going to show you guys right here, a glimpse into our accountability groups. We have been hosting a few challenges. Like we hosted a water challenge, a 30-day water challenge, and it was completely free. Because a lot of people would message us and be like, what's the requirements? Like, what do we have to pay? And we're like, nothing, it's free. It's just a water challenge. We want you to better yourself. And when we did that, I think that really helped us. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a little glimpse into our groups, and then I'll show you the water challenge. So this is a glimpse into our Fitness and Freedom accountability group. So you see there we have 62 members, and in September we had probably 7, and they were all people that Brandy had signed up. So now we have people posting in there, people answering each other. Like there's Brandy's post for today. We always comment. We have 12 comments. I mean, we just have people sharing things that they find. This is our main group. We update this group every single day, and all of our customers are in it, and all of our coaches are in it. We have 57 comments on there. We have people post their selfies because a lot of them are doing multi-challenge. This is just a multi-challenge. They're doing 21-day fix. They may be doing Lift 4. A lot of them are doing Muscle Burns Fat with me because I'm hosting that challenge right now. But it's just truly amazing. And then one thing that we have been doing, I have a YouTube. It's not very big, but I do have a channel, and I just share like day in the lives and grocery hauls and stuff like that. So one day I was like, wonder if my team would like to see a grocery haul. So I showed here, if you type in the search engine, meal prep, and we video this for our team. We've shown that they can do this. It brings up all of the meal prep. Like there's a video of me doing a grocery haul, and I just set out all my groceries, and I just go through and just video that. And then we give them our meal plans, show them, take pictures of them. But we just started doing that. And then Brandy started videoing some of her grocery hauls and meal prep. And we tell our team that anytime they need motivation, to just type it in the search engine. And then you'll find a video. Like that was just a day that I felt like making a video just to motivate them, just tell something uplifting. And I even will do a video, like even on a day that I don't feel good, or like I am down in the dumps, because I can tell a huge difference in my mood, and I can tell a huge difference in my energy, and just, I'm really peppy all the time, but I don't want everybody to see just that side of me because I go through stuff too. And so sometimes I'll make a video and I'm just like, guys, it's been a bad day. And I don't want you to think that I have all perfect days, because I don't. And when I have bad days, I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to push through those workouts, and I'm going to come into my group, because when I come into this group, I know that I'm going to find motivation. And that's what a lot of our members have been doing. And they'll message us and say, we are so thankful for this group. But this is a glimpse into our water challenge that we hosted. It was the month of October. And we're getting ready to do a couple prizes for people who showed up in it every day. There were 58 members, and we just posted it on Facebook and was like, if you want to join, drop an emoji. We added them to it, and we posted every day. It was a lot of work for us. We took turns, but it got our name out there, Fitness and Freedom. And I really think that helped our business a lot. And it helped people be on track with their water. And we have people who have told us that they're still doing the water challenge even though it's over. And so we did throw out there a little bit about Fitness and Freedom and what we offer. And we've had a few people message us, and we have some conversations going. So hopefully those will be potential customers and coaches. So then, I know I've got so much. If I'm talking too much, just stop me. But I do have so much to share. This is a group that we started too. Like when I'm showing you guys these groups, like I'm showing you because we are so passionate about it. Like if I feel down, I'll call my sister and I'm like, listen, we got to do this. We got to do this. And we motivate each other. So we created just a Fitness and Freedom Coach VIP group. And we have 22 coaches. So a lot of our coaches are discount coaches, but we wanted to go ahead and like pitch the business opportunity for them so that they see like what they can do. And even if they're not interested, they're still seeing like what some of the things that we are doing. And so we're just teaching them. So like Brandy told about Tate's team call, we invite them to Tate's team call, and she shared that there. And then like right there, I shouted out 2 of my coaches because they signed up their first coach. And so we do that in there. Let's see. And we just motivate them. Just a reminder, like there's our wins. I saw Tate does that in his group. So we told them to just share their wins. And there's Brandy giving us a little motivation update. But she shouted me out for becoming Emerald. It's wonderful. And we love this little group here. And it may not mean much to other people, but I think that even if we touch one or two people, then we're doing something awesome. So that's what I try not to get down on, even if maybe we have 23 members in there and not all of them are commenting or liking, we're still reaching somebody. I know we are. And so this is our last group that we have going. And I know it seems like a lot, but when you organize, it's okay. You can do it. I promise you can do it if you just organize it and lay it out and schedule your posts. So this is our Fitzgiving group, and I'm hosting this one. Brandy hosted Live 4 last month, and so I'm hosting Muscle Burns Fat. And so I'm just posting in there just like you guys would do on a normal challenge group. And we have so many people active in it. And we do have a lot of people who haven't received their kits yet, but they are still like pushing through and posting their selfies and doing their workouts. So it's amazing. They're sharing recipes and stuff. And it's going really well for us. And I just think showing up every day and motivating and just connecting with these people, it has helped us tremendously. I'm going to go back to my Google slide here. Okay, so you've probably already heard me say this, but being passionate and being real is one of the things that I think has helped me the most. And I think it's what helped me in my business in like when it just exploded. Like I just started sharing in my short stories every single day. And I just shared how much I love doing this and how much I just truly want others to feel what I felt, because I was in such a weird place and now I'm not. And they can have this too. They can have exactly what I'm doing. And be you. Don't try to copy anybody else. I'm always myself. Like when I come on there, I love to watch other coaches. Like Beth, I watch you all the time. Like when you hopped on here, I was like, oh my goodness. But I watch you guys all the time, and I try to be myself. And when I come on there, some days I'll be on there and like I won't have a drop of makeup on, or I will have just rolled out of the bed, and my followers know that I'm real, and they know that everything that I share is raw and it's not fake. And I think that they can really relate to stuff like that. And then the challenge groups, I mean, I feel like a challenge group always needs to be going, because we need to challenge everybody. And if they feel like we're challenging them, they're going to show up and they're going to join our team. And so, and then I put this little thing over here, don't forget about yourself, because it's easy to forget about yourself. And especially if you're like a mom or a dad, it's so easy to forget about yourself because you have so much to do and you have so many things to worry about that you forget about yourself. So team calls, Tate's team calls, like I can be not very motivated, and then we have team call on Monday and I'm like, after that, I'm just like, yes, I feel awesome. And it's like 9:30 and it's like time to go to bed. And I'm like, yes, I'm so ready for the week. So those, I feel like that's just awesome for yourself. And then professional development, Scotty, I've watched your videos on YouTube like so many times. And I have just searched YouTube videos just for like how to be a good coach. Just, you can find so many things on YouTube. Creating your own YouTube. And then that kind of goes with take pointers from your upline. Tate told us not long ago, he's like, you guys need, when you hit Emerald, you need to make a YouTube video about becoming Emerald. And that's what I did. Like, I came to school and I made a YouTube video about how I became Emerald. And so take pointers from your upline, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to do what they're doing. So, and then a routine. I really want to talk about my routine, because it took me, you heard me say, it took me all through the 21-day fix, all through bar, all through summer. It took me until September to actually like find a good routine that fit me. And I was trying to do my workouts like throughout the day, in the evening, sometimes in the morning. Well, in September when Brandy started Lift 4, I was like, okay, I'm going to get these workouts in no matter what. So I'm going to start getting up at 4:30 a.m. with my husband as he goes to work, and I'm just going to do it. So I did that. And since I have done that, like, I cannot even tell you how much better my day goes and just how much excitement I have for the next day. And even on the days that he doesn't get up at 4:30 and go to work, I get up at 4:30 and do my workout and read my Bible and just do everything. Like, it's just amazing. I love my routine now. And then organization. This is the one that I struggle the most with, but I am truly like coming around to it. Organizing our groups, organizing our customers and our coaches below us. I got this, I don't know what you would call it. It's like, I think it's actually for school for me to give my kids grades, but it says successful people are simply those with successful habits. And inside I have like written down all of my customers and coaches, and I'm just going to check them off as I do my check-ins with them like each week. And so I'm trying to stay organized the best that I can. And I think that helps tremendously. And I just want to show you guys one more thing. Like, this is this is my YouTube. So I already had a YouTube, and it's called Pencils and Peppermint. If you ever want to check it out, give it some love. But right there is where I posted my video, how I became an Emerald coach in 30 days. And I just told, like what I'm doing now, I just told you guys, like, this is what I did, and it worked for me. So I did that. And I have a blog too, and I'm really going to start updating it more, I think, because this is it. And I haven't updated it in a long time. I can't even find how to get to it. But I'm going to start updating my blog. And I just think putting yourself out there, and you can see that I have a lot of like family stuff. It hasn't been updated in a long time, but that's it. And I'm truly passionate about doing this, and all of the learning and all of the just opportunities that I have been given since I started this is unbelievable and mind-blowing to me. And I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful for it. And I see all of your chats here, and I didn't see those a minute ago, but I'm going to read them all.
I'll make sure to leave the call up for you so you can read that chat thread.
Please do.
I won't exit out too quick. You did absolutely awesome, Jerica. Like, I could feel your energy and your passion and your love. And like, what I was thinking about during the whole call is like there's step-by-step things that you can do. Like today, I was watching Micah Folsom's videos on how she uses Instagram to connect with people in Invite. Because she has a goal to recruit 15 coaches a month, and she has like 7 business centers. So I'm like, I need to learn from what Micah's doing. And I was watching her stuff today, and I say that because there are little step-by-step little things we can do. But like, your passion and your energy and your love for fitness and helping people, I can tell is probably the biggest key to your success. And my note to be like for myself, and you guys can take notes for your own self, is like, get that energy back. Like, don't just be in the routine, mundane, like just going through the motion of things. So I want to say thank you for bringing that.
Thank you.
To me today. And I see that Tate says that as well. One thing that I'm thinking about as I'm watching this, you're in your, like, almost done with your second month, is I think back to when I started, and this is to reiterate what Jerica shared. Like, I started a YouTube channel. I told my story on YouTube of my P90X transformation and becoming a coach. I had a blog, a family blog, like you're showing right there. Immediately started a blog to start sharing customer transformations. Started LinkedIn, started using Facebook. Instagram wasn't there at the time, but I started putting stuff everywhere. And I remember teaching, as you were telling that, I remember as you were showing those things on here today, I remember how I was teaching my coaches in that very first year when I'm learning it as well. I'm like, because I'm a hunter and a fisherman, and I saw one of your pictures, you were fishing, and I was like, there's a difference in doing this business like a hunter and like a fisher. And a hunter, you're like creeping through the woods trying to find one animal so you can shoot it with an arrow or a bow. And if you're just like in people's DMs and like just sending messages like that, and that's all you do, like it's kind of like that. But if you do it like a fisherman, like you could literally like get like 20 fishing poles and like put bait on them and like toss them out in the water and just like walk it back and forth and wait for bites. And that's kind of how I looked at my business in the beginning. When I put stuff on YouTube, like Tate taught you to do, when I put stuff on my blog, when I put stuff on Instagram, when I put stuff on LinkedIn, it's all of these like hooks in the water with pieces of your story or how you can help change someone's life with what we have. And it's just much more efficient that way. And when I go to bed at midnight, someone might watch that YouTube video. Someone might read that blog post and learn and be like, okay, I dig Jerica's vibe. I love what she's doing with this. This is a cute, fun YouTube video. And then, oh, what's this like Emerald Coach thing she's doing? And then they watch that and they're like, okay, I want to reach out to her. And like, that's all work. Like you put in the work to put that content out there, but that work does stuff for you infinitely. Like when you're sleeping, when you're playing with your kids, and it gives you more time freedom for the future. Where you're, and if you're not doing those things and you're just in people's DMs, which is an important part, don't miss, like we have to do that part. But if you do that plus everything you taught today in that aspect, like you're planting those seeds, you're putting all those fishing lines out, you know, to find those right people for your team. So I just want to reiterate that and say thank you, Jerica. Everybody on here, the chat did blow up inside of here, and we're so grateful for you and that you spent time. And I love seeing you do this from your classroom. That's fun.
Thanks. Hey. It's so quiet right now during COVID. So yeah, this is probably the quietest place. Tate doesn't get to see the quiet whenever we do team calls and I'm at home. So
awesome.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much. It's been so fun.
You're so welcome. We're awesome to see you and your sister and your team continue to crush it. And I feel like we're going to be seeing you on the National Wake Up Call in the future. So, okay, we'll see you guys all later. Let's crush November. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day and week. See you guys later. I'll leave this up for you, Jerica.